name is Dr. Michelle Vaughn, aka Dr. MV, and I am the new executive director here at Kishwaukee United Way. Welcome to our 211 Community Talk Show. We have a wonderful guest. Listen, she's amazing, doing amazing work with an amazing organization, actually, one of our partnering agencies, Alexandra Sossa. How are you?
Very good, and thank you so much for having me today.
Yes, thank you for being here. Listen, your organization is amazing, by the way. Okay,
It is great. It
it
is
is great.
great.
The community know what is FLAP and what does it stand for, and your mission and who do you serve?
Yeah, our organization is the Farm Worker and Landscaper Advocacy Project, proyecto de ayuda para trabajadores del campo y jardineros. And our mission is to improve working conditions and opportunities for very low income workers who are farm workers,
Okay.
landscapers, nursery workers, greenhouse workers, restaurant workers, and those who are cleaning the snow in winter, and also who work in the meat and cutting factories. We accomplish the mission doing community outreach and education, litigation, community legal education, fighting human labor trafficking, encouraging the parents who have kids who were born in the United States to get the dual citizenship, and providing financial assistance.
Wow. That's amazing.
It is amazing and
Everything.
it's a lot.
It is a lot because you are literally helping to rebuild the lives of families and providing opportunities in the midst of hardship, it appears.
Correct. We are trying to empower a population that do not have other resources besides FLAP. And we work with other organizations to educate the workers and preventing human labor and sex trafficking. The human labor trafficking happens when a person is coming to the United States, could be, for example, agricultural workers who are coming, or farm workers and coming with the H-2A visas or the H-2B visas for landscapers.
Okay.
And once they are here, unfortunately, the passport is taken away and they are forced to do work that they were not supposed to be doing, or even worse, they end being sex trafficking and no paying for salaries at all.
Wow. It's difficult to even think about everything you just mentioned right now that this is actually happening to people. But we're so thankful for organizations like FLAP who are paying attention, close attention to this issue. I like to ask this question on the show. All right. And the question is, what led you to become a community change agent and involve yourself with this particular nonprofit work?
Everything I do is in memory of my dad, who was an attorney in Colombia, and he was murdered, unfortunately, for defending farm worker rights. So when I came to the United States, I wanted to continue with his work. And that's why I get involved with the Farm Worker and Landscaper Advocacy Project. I believe our mission is really making a difference for the community that we are serving. And it's very rewarding when you find a person who thinks that there are no options for him, for her, for them because of their immigration status. And then it's very rewarding to say, like, you do have options. Do you have rights no matter what your immigration status is?
Wow. I always like to think because nonprofit work is not easy. One doesn't sign up for this particular work, but you mentioned your father being an attorney and you carrying on the baton to continue to serve on his behalf. I always like to say that in nonprofit, if you don't understand the people in the picture, it's hard to relate to them and impact them and actually move the mission forward. So kudos to you for being involved with your heart, right?
Yeah,
Being
thank you. Yes,
absolutely.
And also my staff is very involved
Come
and
on.
believer in the mission that we are trying to accomplish at FLAP. And you are right. This job is not for everybody. You have to have a passion
Yes.
and believe in the work that you are
Come on.
doing because everything is possible if you think that and if you
Come
have that
on.
in your mind.
Come on. And how important is it in finding key people to help you push this mission forward? Because in nonprofit, again, it's very difficult.
Yeah, exactly. And um, it's important to find people that work for the organization that is, of course, everybody needs a salary, everybody needs good benefits,
Right.
but you also have to enjoy the work that you are doing, and you also have to have the passion, and you also have to understand the population that we are serving. It's
Yes.
a population that has been abused. It's a population that is coming to the United States, that is coming to the Gulf, looking for the American dream. And then if you don't find the options they are looking for or the resources and the information and resources they are looking for, they think that there is no hope for them. So FLAP brings the hope to that people
Ooh.
who think that the doors are closed.
You're getting me excited. You said coming to DeKalb looking for the American dream. That's powerful. It's powerful. All right. So I had to, this is my talk card, but listen, your accomplishments are beyond that, that card. I want to, because a lot of people don't know, and that's the purpose of this particular 2-on-1 community talk show, is to bring awareness to the county of DeKalb, to let the county of DeKalb know what organizations are doing what. Okay, so I printed off a few of your accomplishments, and they are just breathtaking. The first one is FLAP has educated more than 1.5 million low-income Latino workers on their legal rights. How do you do that? How do you impact 1.5 million?
Yeah, the organization has been around for 24 years.
Okay.
And one of the main goals of the organization is to educate the workers on their legal rights
Okay.
and let them know they have rights no matter what their immigration status is. So we had partners, more than 400 partners around the state. And
Wow.
we bring the Mexican consulate mobile unit from Chicago to DeKalb, to DeKalb County.
Mm-hmm.
And at those events, we educate the community and let them know you have rights, you have to be paid for overtime, minimum wage, not to get illegal deductions, not to be discriminated, not to be sexually harassed
Yes.
at work. It doesn't matter what your immigration status is. We partner with more than 69 law firms in different areas like workers' compensation, personal injury, discrimination, employment, immigration,
Mm-hmm.
family law, who are willing to take a look to our cases and
Yes.
empower the workers and get the justice the workers deserve it.
Wow.
I was just before we start the conversation telling you that somebody from United,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes. Amazing woman.
she's amazing, and she played a very important role during the pandemic
Mhm.
for FLAP because she spoke very highly about the services that we
Wow.
were providing in McHenry County and here in DeKalb County,
Mhm.
and she helped us to get facilitated for us to get the $600,000 from the Illinois
Wow.
COVID Response Fund.
Amazing.
After that, Carol got very, very involved with the organization. We
Mhm.
got the support from the DeKalb County Community Foundation also and United
Wow.
Way during the
Yes.
pandemic to provide financial assistance to the workers here in DeKalb who were essential workers and risking their lives during COVID. And United Way has been playing a very, very important role in the success of farm worker and landscaper advocacy project to be where we are today.
Wow, this is amazing. And Carol, she just spoke at our actual event. She was amazing. So it sounds like you received a rally of support in DeKalb, and we're excited to be a part of what you're doing. We're hoping to grow and expand our impact with FLAP and the clients that you serve. Want to thank you so much for being on our show and sharing your community resources. We can't wait to speak with your new employee who's coming on next. Thank you so much, Alexandra.
Muchísimas gracias and go United. And thank you
Yes,
so much for the support.
absolutely. Go United. All right, everyone, we are back and we actually have one of FLAP's amazing employees. And your name is Jocelyn?
Yes, Jocelyn Escalona.
Jocelyn, talk to the people and talk to myself about what drew you to FLAP. Why are you with FLAP? Why are you working with FLAP? What is it about their mission that you say, you know what, I want to be on board with this?
So I have a pretty peculiar story.
Okay.
Flap's been in my life and I didn't even know it was. So I initiated with Flap in 2021, right during the pandemic.
Wow.
So it was definitely eye-opening to see the work that Flap does and just the workers, the way we interact with them. It's something that I don't see on a daily basis, something that I did not see growing up, and it really changed my life.
Wow.
I actually got introduced to Flap through a mutual friend of Alexandra and I. Her name is Mireya Luna. And, she told me, she's like, I know about this amazing organization. I really think you'd be a great fit.
Mm.
I was going through some life
Yeah,
chaos.
it's okay.
So I reached out to Alexandra right away. She did my interview. I was on board the next day, and from then it's been amazing. The feeling, the support, just seeing a community that is really in it for the right reasons and that doesn't see it as a job. I can tell you, well, I can't say I come to Fly because I work from home right now, but definitely it's like every day. It's like, oh man, like let's see what different cases come in today. How can I assist my community? How can I empower my community? And with the resources that Flap gives us as internal staff, it just feels like sky's the limit.
I'm speechless. This is what we're talking about because, again, not everyone signed up to work in nonprofit. You have to, me personally, you have to be specially carved out to do this work because you're helping people in their most vulnerable place in life, and not everyone is cut out for this work. And I kudos to you. You're
Thank you.
amazing. Okay,
Thank you so
you're an
much.
added value to the work of Flap. So let's talk about your role.
Yes.
What do you do daily? What is your role with Flap?
Yeah. So my role is the title is the Bilingual Community Outreach and Education Coordinator.
Okay.
As of right now, I am in charge of several different counties, so I oversee them, make sure that programs are running correctly.
Okay.
Making sure that I'm out in the community because I know we were talking a little bit before the show where I was explaining to you that I am a huge advocate for the kind of outreach that Flap does.
Okay.
I don't have much non-for-profit experience, but definitely can tell you I've never seen it before, where we go out in the streets and us as staff, we're walking the fields.
Yes.
We're finding the workers. We are making sure that we are empathetic, that we make people feel like we're there for them and we're really, going to be an advocate for them. As Alexandra mentioned previously, a lot of the community we work with is very underprivileged.
Yes.
Many of them do not know of their legal rights. And I can tell you, I can attest, I come from the community. I am part of the community.
Come on.
My mom has been helped by Flap.
Yeah.
And it's a little inside joke that I always tell Alexandra. If my mother had not met Flap or our ex-chair, Jose Rivero, I don't know where I would be at right now.
Wow.
Because in 2012, mind you, I told you guys I initiated with Flap in 2021. In 2012, my mother got injured. She was a restaurant worker, and she pretty much lost 50% of mobility in her right arm. Mind you, she's right-handed. Many attorneys did tell my mom, no, you do not have rights. You are an undocumented woman. You don't have rights. My mom was able to contact attorney Jose Rivero, and my mom did get some compensation.
Wow.
So I owe a lot to Flap. Mind you, several years later, almost 10 years later, I get the amazing opportunity to work with them and be that change that Flap was for me when I was younger, to make sure that I had a future,
Yes. This is where the passion comes from. It's like your personal experience. It really, really defines your passion. And I love to hear stories like this. They're amazing. Sounds like your mom is a shero. She's a hero. You like you are as well, and Alexandra as well. So it sounds like your programs, you're really boots on the ground.
Yes.
Mobile, boots on the ground. We come to you. We're going to remove that barrier of lack of transportation, and here we are.
Yes.
This is amazing. Does Live United mean to you personally?
Yeah, so to me, Live United, it has a little different sense for me. It means let's stick together, let's work together, let's grow together, because together we're more empowered.
Together we are more empowered. If anyone when they watch the show, if they want to get in contact with Flap, you have a phone number, an email, or website?
Yeah. All right. So first, I'll give you guys the general information. So if you guys are interested in any of our services, you can reach out to our hotline, and that would be 1-888-452 3527. Sorry, I
That's
normally am
okay.
really good about it in Spanish, so I have to think a little bit about it in
You can
English.
say it in Spanish as
Yeah.
well.
So si alguien gusta contactarnos para algún servicio que ocupen por parte del proyecto de ayuda, ustedes pueden llamar al 1-888-451-3527 o pueden enviar correo electrónico a info@flapillinois.org. For my English speakers, if you guys also do want to email, please feel free to email info@flapillinois.org, and we will be sure to get a hold of you guys.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on a 2-on-1 Talk community talk show. And I look forward to working with you all in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us and giving us this space, and definitely working together and being united.
Absolutely.